Hello guys, how are we doing today? Set here, back to bring some more trouble. This time, in this match, with Bakugo. And in the match after this, it will be with none other than Deku himself. So, a Bakugo Deku special. But of course, the real focus is on this fun composition of, the big three, or at least the big three of the future. Lily said set then because I was looking down at the bottom left. Not me, no. Bakugo, Deku, and Shoto. Confident Darby shot up into my face and was like, how about you eat these flame sandwiches I got for you? I would love for Bakugo, Strike Bakugo, to end up in a spot similar to current full bullet Deku, balance-wise. Because Red Deku, that's the easiest way for me to call him. Red Deku, Red Deku Redemption. He's, he's in a really good spot for himself. He's strong. And I would love Bakugo to have that kind of same thing. I always feel like these two guys should just be very close to one another in the balance at all times. Like, the other one shouldn't be far and away, different than the other. They should be both kind of within the same thing. And I think you can add Shoto into that. I always believe that these three characters should always be relatively within reach of each other. Very close reach, as far as their balance goes. And I think they're all in a pretty good spot right now, with the exception of Bakugo. If I have to, be honest, I do think he could use a bit of help from where they've currently got him. Strike Bakugo anyway. I don't know why I went so stationary there. Like I pooped my pants to try and do that ping. As if I couldn't do it while moving. I don't know why. Watching this back, I don't know why I moved like that. But yeah, this is always a fun composition to run. Purely because, all three of these are pretty awesome characters. I don't really know anyone who watches My Hero who doesn't love at least one of these three. Not to say that they have to be your favorite or anything, but generally someone's gonna love Deku, generally someone's gonna love Shoto, generally someone's gonna love Bakugo. Like, these are characters that I think you absolutely want to be strong in this game, and they're very fun to run together. I'm doing a Bakugo of old right now. I'm running around on my own, fighting people on my own. I'm like, screw my teammates. Who needs them? But then I realized, hang on a minute, I should be more like current Bakugo, who appreciates his friends a little bit more. So then I start heading over. Oh, look at that. Hitting those as a former Momo main actually broke my heart. Every back shot I delivered with that glycerin power, I was thinking, man, it really shouldn't be this way. Just hurt me to do it. Just really hurt me to do it. Oh, that grenade hit him on the eyebrows. And he didn't even flinch. He's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, fair enough then. How about that? Jeez. Whoa. Even watching that back, that was like a series of jump scares. Just everyone started rolling through. Deku! Okay, and he had the audacity, that all for one, to black whip his way out of there after he stole it from my Deku. Unacceptable. Where you at, boy? Oh, look at that. That's when you just know. Just general thought process. Like, where would people be? And that's where I was throwing it, and it ended up being correct. I'm like, yeah, someone would be there, surely. My dream buffs for Strike Bakugo, my dream buffs would be put the alpha hitbox to what it used to be like. None of this pencil width hitbox. I don't know why they did that. But, essentially they want you to thread the needle every time you hit that alpha on somebody. So fix that. Go back to his old alpha hitbox. For one. 2, add hyper armor to the gamma. The way that didn't go my way is actually mind-blowing. Like, I can see why it didn't go my way, but the fact that it turned out that way is what's mind-blowing, you know? Like, what were the odds of that running up there to get him like that, and then it just goes against me? But yeah, put some hyper armor on Bakugo's gamma, for sure. You know, I'm tired of rolling into my gamma just to be knocked out of it. When I know there are other characters that have hyper armor, even if they were to just take a dump, they'd be given hyper armor to do it. And those characters don't realistically deserve hyper armor. Like, Toga doesn't deserve hyper armor on her beta rush. But okay, she has it. But you want to tell me that Bakugo, whose powers are literal explosions, don't qualify for hyper armor? Like, what are we doing here? You know? Where does the logic start to creep in? So I'd like some hyper armor on that gamma, and another thing I'd like on that gamma, I would like them to make it more reliable. Kacchan! Yep, I would like it to be more reliable, because I don't know about you guys out there that play Bakugo, you know, all 15 of you this season. But there are times where you rightfully hit that gamma, like it goes to court, the judge rules, gamma has been allowed, you know, and you're like, great, thank you. And then you hit the gamma, and then you hit it a little bit more, and then you fly right past them, and you miss your big damage explosion. And despite correctly hitting somebody with that gamma, all you got out of it was like 3 ticks of 5. Because they either just somehow ended up away from the final explosion, or some other shenanigans ensued. That doesn't sit right with me, knowing there are characters who have similar moves, that they just need to connect once, and they get, boom, there's your 120 damage. Boom, there's your 140 damage. I'm like, well, thanks for that, but I'm getting mine done in installments, and halfway through, the payment got cancelled, you know? So why is it like that? So make that more reliable. Because it doesn't make any sense how I can well, not even just me specifically, but how a person can rightfully hit Bakugo's gamma, but then get cheated out of it through no fault of their own. Like, that guy was drinking, I was like, you want to drink something? Drink this. I just started unloading my alpha in him. Drink that. So yeah, that's what I want to see from my Strike Bakugo. Put the alpha hitbox to what it used to be. I'm not even asking for more damage. I'm not asking for more damage. Just give me the hitbox that it used to be, and make that gamma A, hyper armor, and B, more reliable. Not any of this, yeah, you did hit the first one, and the second one, and the third one, but we're not giving you the rest of it. See, even stuff like that, I don't know, man. I deserve that. I deserve that gamma. I shouldn't be knocked out of it. I shouldn't be knocked out of it by a single hit. Like I said, Ida can do his beta and he can take hits. He's like, yeah, fuck you. I'm doing it anyway. But Bakugo gets hit with his gamma and he's like, eh. You know, and he flies away. Why is it that way? Why is it that way? And you know what? I'm willing to make a compromise. My Hero Ultra Rumble devs, who definitely are not watching this video, I'm willing to make a compromise. I will allow Bakugo to have his gamma work the way it currently does in terms of hyper armor, if you just take the hyper armor off characters that don't need it. It's like, well, if you can't justify Bakugo having hyper armor, then off you go, Toga. There goes your hyper armor. Off you go, Ida. There goes your hyper armor. I'm sure there are other people in there that have hyper armor that don't deserve it. I think Denki's got hyper armor on his gamma. Oh, last I checked, his skin wasn't made out of titanium. Last I checked, he couldn't do anything explosive. He's got electricity. So why does he got hyper armor, but Bakugo doesn't? Yeah, so all I'm saying is, people use the, but it doesn't work like that in the show. They use that argument only when it makes sense for them. Only when it's convenient for them. When it's not convenient for them, they don't bring it up. When they're happy, you know, defying gravity with Liu Kang kicks as Aizawa, they don't bring it up. When they're happy Tony Hawk sliding into the air like her ass cheeks were powered by NASA as Mount Lady, no one wants to bring up how that doesn't make any sense in the show either. You know what I'm saying? People only bring up the show, the show canon stuff when it suits them. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's alright for Darby's Wall of Fire to stop literal heavy metal cannonballs in an instant from Momo. I ain't never seen anyone complain about that. But that don't make no sense. You ever seen a wall of fire block off a fucking bowling ball sized metal cannonball? No, the cannonball will go straight through that wall of fire. But it doesn't go through Darby's Wall of Fire. Do I want it to go through the wall of fire? No, I don't. I'm not asking for that. All I'm saying is that people only bring up if it would make sense in the show when it suits them. That's all I'm saying. So give Bakugo his hyper armor on his Gamma and make that more reliable. Also, this was a fun match, man. I really enjoyed this match. Look at that. We put boots to asses. The future top 3. The pros. Spearheaded by Bakugo. Yosha! GG's to Xenoverse and the real Rudy. That was a fun match. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Buff my boy Bakugo. He deserves it. He's been through enough. Season 1 Bakugo was a problem. But after that, he's paid his penance. Just give the guy a break. GG's. Alright, let's wrap this up. Move on to the next. Alright, we go from red to red. This time with Deku. Deku-chan. Izuku. You know, I find Deku's mother quite attractive in her younger days. I think when Deku was a kid in all them flashbacks, his mother was quite nice. But unfortunately, she let herself go a bit, you know, in current timeline. But nothing a gym membership couldn't fix. So don't worry, Deku's mum. I'm still interested if you're interested. But gonna have to see you put a bit of the work in first. Listen, I'm all for ladies to look how they want to look. But as a man, I just have my preferences, and that's okay because they have their preferences too. So Deku's mother, if you're listening, I'm game. I'm game if you're game. You just need to show me that you're. You just need to show me some effort. That's all I'm saying. I can understand it, you know. Having a kid like Deku is gonna put some pressure on you. I can see why she began to comfort eat, because having a child like Deku would give you stress. You know, on one hand, he's growing up, he wants a quirk, not getting one. It's his entire thing in life to get a quirk, still not getting one. That's enough stress. Now on top of that, he went from having no quirk and being utterly useless to the whole world is riding on his shoulders. Why was that Deku scoping me down like I was Osama bin Laden and the fate of America rested on his shoulders? He was not budging. He should have moved. What was I saying? Yeah, and then Deku went from that to everyone's trying to kill this guy. You know, your son is now the #1 targeted hero of all time. Essentially. And yeah, I can imagine why she's stressed out. But of course, you know, that's why I'm here to offer my services to Miss Midoriya. Is it? What is his first name? Izuku, right? No, Miss Izuku. Yeah, not Miss Midoriya. That's yeah, that's Deku in drag. And it's probably by this point where you're probably completely realizing why the YouTube algorithm chooses to recommend people some other My Hero Ultra Rumble content creators more than me. It's because they don't come out with this stupid shit that I do, you know? You go to Bubbleverse, you're safe. You go to Charismatic Demon, you're safe. You come to me, and within 2 minutes I'm talking about wanting to have sex with Deku's mom, and somehow Osama bin Laden comes into the mix as well. You're not safe. YouTube at some point realized, this guy, we can't be pushing this guy. At the beginning it was good. I had loads of views. He was like, this is the guy. And I'm like, yeah, I am the guy. And he went, okay. I'm like, sorry, I'm just repeating what you said, YouTube. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But then, you know, a few months in, they're probably getting reports like, this guy's crazy. This guy is saying stuff that we just cannot simply let go. And then before you know it, ain't no one watching my videos. Not the same way anymore. You know, the algorithm said, we can't keep letting this fly. This dude is off his mind. We need to go with some safer options. You know, it's alright, you know, my Hero Ultra Rumble tournament winner is fine. I got that to fall back on. I'm a tournament winner, I can fall back on that, it's fine. Don't worry, I'll survive out here. You ain't gotta worry about me. But it's okay, algorithm. You can take a risk every now and then. Throw my videos out there. Maybe a little bit more than you have been doing. I won't complain. Look at that, double whammy. Look at that, man. When we're just Bakugo, Shoto, and Deku, we're all in sync. It's beautiful. And I don't mean in sync like Justin Timberlake. Did you guys used to know that? Many people don't know that. Justin Timberlake used to be in a band. And it was called NSYNC. Or something like that anyway. But, I don't know. I feel like I can never truly like Justin Timberlake that much. Because I always get the idea that he kind of fucked over Britney Spears. And like, why would you fuck over Britney Spears? Like, she was so good. Why would you do that? You know? If you're going out with Britney Spears, why do you mess that up? And you know, I don't know the circumstances there, but I feel like he's probably the one that fucked it up. You know? And he messed her up. Can we ever really forgive a guy for messing up Britney Spears? I don't know. I don't think we can. Not as a community anyway. It's not as bad as Chris Brown. Can't listen to that guy. Ever since he sent a woman to hospital by beating her up that badly, I was like, I don't know if I can listen to this guy anymore. And so I haven't done for ever since. This is another reason why the YouTube algorithm probably doesn't want me being the My Hero Ultra Rumble guy. You know, we just can't help ourselves. We just can't help ourselves. We just can't help ourselves. But at least this is a fun match, right? That's why I'm always asking you guys to watch the advertisements. Because as long as you watch the advertisements, for the views I get, it's all good. It's like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm making what I need to make of this. To still be doing this thing. I ain't going anywhere yet. with what I can make from it, we're okay. We're in the safe zone right now. But that's why I say keep watching the ads. Not all of them, but you know, keep watching the ads. Like, sub. It's how you get things done. As long as that's all happening, we're in the green. But I can't for the life of you. Sorry, can't for the life of me get you guys to click on those All For One videos anymore. You guys have had enough of All For One. I put that video out the other day and you guys were like, fuck that. I'm like, what do you mean fuck that? You don't like All For One anymore? And you guys were like, nah. And clicking on that. And Froppy as well. I was like, oh, Froppy kind of underwhelmingly done. I thought she was everyone's favourite frog, but I guess not. See, that's the thing with me. If I put a character video out and it does, to my standards, bad, I'm like, well, that ain't happening again. Tell me the last time you saw Kendall or Ibarra on this channel. You know, I was like, fucking hell, that didn't go too great. I don't think I'll do that again. You know, it's just one of those things. I've got to prioritize my time when I'm doing this. So, what's the word? So dutifully for all of you. Because, you know, I try to put out once every 1 or 2 days. Sometimes one every 3 days. Kind of just depends on what's happening. This was a fun match. I like this one. I don't know which one I liked more. I think this was a more dominant match. But the first one was a more competitive, fun match. Both solid though. You can hear Bakugo from across the map with the way that guy shouts. But yeah. GG's. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the matches, on this composition. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the most of it. Fun times. Hopefully you laughed. Hopefully you didn't cry. Hopefully you didn't take anything too serious in this video. But hopefully you had a nice time at the end of it. So, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Peace out.